spread the word now.
Hotel room for the week. That's Cape Town. Hello everyone and welcome to today's vlog. So today's vlog is a very, very special one. It's just been the most amazing 24 hours. It's been very emotional. It's been a bit overwhelming, to be honest. So much has happened, but I'm gonna leave plenty of clips after I talk here so that you'll see exactly what did happen on day one. So there was so much from the trip, which was a 4-hour flight to Istanbul, then a 10-hour flight down to Cape Town, and then as soon as we got to Cape Town, went up to the hotel room and then checked into the hotel room, got straight on the bus to the site to have a little bit of an introduction and an hour or two of work, manual labor on the site. So I'm a stranger to manual labor on building sites, but I was glad because I was a bit nervous coming out here. Will I be able to actually offer at them? Because I've never worked on a building site before, but I was glad that if I can do as much as I did in the hour or two today, I know I'll be able to offer plenty of help. So I was basically just moving bricks. What particularly stood out for me was the meeting this evening and seeing a lot of the volunteers who have been volunteering with this charity in South Africa for 10 years plus get their awards. You could see in their faces just it meant so much. It meant so much to get that awards, that they were there 10 plus years with all of the rest of the people who were there 10 plus years, and how much they loved and respected each other. And these were people who are pretty tough individuals, a lot of them, the four men and that, and they were breaking down in tears, hugging Niall Mellon and Emer because of the community they've built and what it's allowed people like them to do for the last 10, 20 years. So much meaning, so much deep purpose behind what they're doing, and they just got so emotional getting the awards. Along with that, there was the kids singing, which was incredible. I'll leave a good long clip of that. One of the best choirs in South Africa that has won awards, and they're from one of the schools that we're working on, came in and sang 3-4 songs for us afterwards. It was a beautiful moment, and just getting to meet everyone else. So I'll be vlogging little bits and pieces as I go along, and I hope that this vlog inspires so many of you to think about doing something like this. To think about doing Niall Mellon in particular, but to think about doing something like this. I'm not even a day into it, and I can already tell that this has been a brilliant decision because the people I've met and the way I'm going to be able to meaningfully contribute to kids' housing and education in a very, very profound way. So that's me starting off the vlog. I hope you enjoy this one.
It's summer and it's you, yeah. We're so glad that you, yeah. So come along, friend, happy days again. Get down around again. Welcome to bedtime. Enjoy the party.
Each of them will have one of you as a. Want to introduce yourself?
Two. 1, 2.
You better come back here.
Yeah.
You must be cute. You must be cute. You must be cute.
Take a photo of me.
Bye.
Like probably you can't hold yourself. You need to use the button. You'll come and knock here probably if they have to leave the key in this house and use the toilet. And sometimes if the father will come and clean the toilet, probably won't come. Will come after.
Oh yes, oh the ones that they use for the eggs. They sell the eggs. So it's a male and a female. Two chickens. Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to do the impossible, which it's about 3 days after I finished up with our Mellon Educate charity in Khayelitsha, and I'm going to attempt to sum it all up briefly, because you could actually spend hours obviously talking about the whole experience and what it meant and what exactly it was and my own personal perspective on it. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn this video into a podcast. I just want to give you a glimpse into what exactly was going on during the week, and I took plenty of clips and managed to take plenty of clips and plenty of footage without dampening or getting in the way of my own experience of meeting people and doing the important work that Mellon Educate does, or playing my small part in that. So if I was to put it into words, what exactly the Mellon Educate Building Week or Blitz Week actually means, I'll use one of the phrases that one of my fellow volunteers used to me earlier on in the week, and he said, there's absolutely nothing negative about this. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad anyone could say about what happened or what happens in the Blitz Week. It's just simply good work. You don't need to be the best person in the world. You don't need to be the most experienced builder. You don't need to be anything. You just need to show up and do exactly whatever they ask you to do, which for me that was just wheelbarrow and shoveling. For some people that was their trade, so a lot of very skilled tradesmen and tradeswomen are out there helping as well. But for most of the ordinary volunteers, it might be painting, sweeping, shoveling, literally anything, just lending a helping hand in whatever way you can. And that's one of the brightest things for me at the start of the week learning, was that okay, I have no experience in any of this stuff. I'd never put on a pair of steel toe cap boots before, but as soon as I got there I realized very quickly, okay, I can actually do plenty here, and I can work very, very hard just laboring and doing odd jobs around the place. But in terms of, there's nothing negative about it, as in you get to see exactly where your money goes. So a lot of charities, you don't get to see where your donation goes. For this, you raise your money and you're flown out to South Africa, and you get to see exactly in the flesh, this is what my money was used for. It was used to build this school, and all the playgrounds, the classrooms, and all the little bits that go with it. This is what my money was for. And then you factor in your hotel for the week and your flights. You see that there's no wastage of money. There couldn't possibly be any wastage of money, because you get to see exactly in the flesh where your donation goes. The second thing is, it's such a worthy cause. Educating people is their way out of poverty. It always has been. A couple of the volunteers spoke to me during the week, and they reminded me that Ireland was a very, very illiterate and backward country in terms of education just a couple of generations ago, and their way out of it was through free secondary education, then free third level education, the fact that we spoke English, just a real drive on education, making everyone literate, making everyone just more educated in general, and hence all the economic prosperity that came with that. Okay, so it's definitely not as simple or as straightforward in South Africa as that. Not that, Ireland's leap from one of the poorest countries in Europe to one of the richest was simple. It wasn't. But South Africa has far more problems than Ireland, but still the solution to an awful lot of those problems is through education. It is through helping these people to help themselves. As cliche as that sounds, the best way to do that is through educating them. Particularly, I can see from my tiny little experience here that if they could speak English, they could write English, they could read English, they're in a far better situation for an awful lot of job opportunities and ways to climb out of the townships and into a better standard of living. I'm just going to finish this video. I'm extremely emotional about the whole project, because I feel so heavily invested in it right now. Thanks to everyone who's donated to my charity run earlier on in the year. You've seen exactly now where my little fundraising effort has went, and it's been just the greatest pleasure to do this for such a worthy cause. I can't describe how happy I am that I went and did that charity run, and I got to come out here and I got to actually make a real difference. It's been selfishly, not just thinking about the people I'm helping out here, it's been a great experience for myself. And I've got to meet some of the best people I've ever met and have some fantastic conversations with complete strangers, which is something I love doing. I love deep conversation with people I've never met before, and I've got to do that because I've come out here. And that's why I would urge so many of you to come out and do the same as me, because I think you'll meet some fantastic people. I think you'll meet some incredible volunteers who will be some of the best people you've ever met in your life. Secondly, I'd like to say thanks to Mellon Educate, all the foremen, the people organising the charity, Niall himself, Emer. It's been just the most incredible experience. The idea that you can start a charity just because you had a holiday somewhere, the far side of the world, you saw something you didn't like, and then you can get thousands and thousands and thousands, I think 30,000 in total was the figure, of volunteers to come out year after year after year and help build schools, build houses. It's just so inspiring. We think that running our own little business like mine, or trying to do well in exams, or trying to win a football championship, we think these are lofty goals and they're impossible. And then you go and look and experience what someone has done. It's just the amount of roadblocks I can only imagine that the charity has had to overcome to have this thing be such a success over and over again is just nothing short of incredible. So I'm going to sign off the video like that. Have a deep think to yourself about doing any charity work. This is one that's close to me because I've experienced it, but I think giving something back is going to make you feel a whole lot better about yourself. In the West, in Ireland, we have to stop ourselves from eating too much, we have to stop ourselves from drinking too much alcohol, we have to stop ourselves from spending too much in online shopping, you know, whether that money is on credit or it's our own money. We have to stop ourselves from having too much, from living too comfortably. When you see the other side of humanity and you see that they have so little and they have to make do with so little, it's really important for helping you put your own troubles, your own issues into perspective. So signing off from the video, thanks so much for watching. As usual, any questions, get on to me, and I'm hoping in the next 3-4 years I'll be able to get at least 10 people to sign up to this charity and come out and do this. Through the little bit I'll be talking about it on my social medias and things like that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.